Welcome back to another episode, and we're going to be following up from a prior few episodes ago if you've been following the series on that NT and showcasing the power of the retake. Can NT retake this? We'll soon see in today's War Room episode. Welcome back, everyone. Yes, we're back here with server 49 here in Division 14, talking about are they going to be able to retake this zone. If you've not checked out a previous episode, there will be a little pinned comment above showcasing a little click link that you can do, and it'll take you to the episode prior to this if you've not checked it out. But we're going to be able to see Owl here fighting NTI, and NT have come back in a offense. They are not taking a no for an answer from last episode, and they're basically going to showcase how they are going to try and take this back. We've got Boaty McBoatface here, and if you guys are wondering who Boaty McBoatface is, he's the second strongest player in the server, and Owl has Savage Alpha and July, who you must need to keep an eye out for when it comes to the open field. So here we go, we've got the major big open field starting again from this and the retake, and you can see the spread of the NT Alliance much greater this time compared to before, right? If we look at these guys, they've got a nice line here of all of their units, and you look at Owl, they've got a few units building, but you can see their units are located in this smaller ball, so it allows them to focus fire a lot more easier. But is it going to be the way for them to kill Boaty McBoatface? We'll soon see, because Boaty is located in the center of the screen right here. He's targeting Kimochi now, fighting as their frontline target, and he's taking the brunt force of the NT Alliance. Obviously gaining a bunch of merits from the counter-attack damage that his T5 is dealing to any of these players that are T4. They will be taking considerable amounts of counter-attack, and just like that, he has sacrificed his troops, but that's over 2 minutes worth of tanking there right now. Can't believe he's doing that, and by the fact that he's able to do so much counterattack damage, is allowing NT to try and keep pushing more aggressive here. Sargos, Bobo, and more of the Owl members are turning up, so you can see the refresh timers for them, but the main NT murder board located on this top side here are focusing more on this right side. They do not want to get flanked. They saw how effective those flying units are, and you can see those flying units already in position firing across here onto these units. So very good placement by Parodies here, Toons and Owl, all 3 flying unit players by Owl using their positioning advantage against NT, and NT are feeling it again. They're having to back off from this fight, and you can see why. The amount of focus fire from this super tight ball is going onto the right targets. Right now, Mark is getting targeted down, and he has so many artifacts like Time Bomb being activated and Royal Punishment being used by a flying cavalry unit there using Freygar and Fear, which is Scar located here. Really good to see that we are showcasing some flying cavalry units being used with the flying marksman setups that we've been touching on our main channel. So I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far, this live commentary of the fight. If you have, remember, smash like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And you can see we're doing more daily PvP commentary all the time, trying to give you that more esports feel to education, to try and teach you and make it more fun in the long run. So when we come back into the action, Owl did manage to repel that fight, and they are now pushing past the initial line. You can see originally these guys were located a little bit more south, and that's where they are going now. NT aren't liking the push. You can see NT reacting very fast with this murder ball, pulling the enemy units into, you can see, this zone where they're off territory. Being in territory, guys, is a massive advantage, and you can see why is a massive advantage for for Owl Heal. They're gaining all of their alliance buffs that allows them to target stuff like Julia here and absolutely melt this front line. So we're going to see that in action now. All of these mage and archer units all focusing Julia instantly. You can see already dropped down to 50% health, already down to 25% health, already going just like that, all gone, just gone. I can't even finish the sentence, it's that quick. And that is what focus firing is all about, guys. When you are trying to focus fire in PvP and you are trying to be a better PvP player in Call of Dragons, or even when you're looking at Rise of Kingdoms, you want to focus the exact same units as your alliance. And this is all down to, again, playing the game. You're going to get a natural feel for it. You're going to get natural intuition on what your team are basically targeting, as well as over time you'll notice there's certain targets that you would prioritize focusing first, like some frontline units going into the cavalry, then into marksmen and mages, depending on, again, your positioning right here. So we can see, again, a beautiful showcase here on today's episode of the War Room. I hope you've enjoyed these back-to-back episodes to do with NT and Owl fighting on server 49 with more of, again, a PvP commentary educational purpose video compared to more of the theory crafting than that PvP. So if you've enjoyed, again, today's video so far, smash like, comment and subscribe. And we're going to take a break. I'm going to fast forward it to another area, hopefully with some more action from both sides here. That is on server 49 division 14. Welcome back, and here we go again by NT. They are not stopping in full force. You can even see here some of the Wyvern Riders being used by the Wilderberg faction here. We've got a Freygar being used with Fear here, as well as this nice Atheist being targeted by that Archer unit. She's not as fast right now, maybe due to the talent builds, but we can see this big, massive push again by Boaty McBoatface trying to be the main line with now Ariel with the Husk and the Madeline for Ariel compared to the Madeline Garwood for Boaty McBoatface, trying to soak up as much damage as they can. So this NT side is able to push forward and actually deal a bunch of damage. If we zoom out a little bit, you can see there is a ridgeline here, and we do have a unit Owl that is trying to be sneaky using that ridgeline to his advantage. Like you can see right now, Owl Mr. Toons doing the same thing with Nano and Martinez, abusing this river and hitting these units on the right flank. So you can imagine now if you are participating in this fight, even though it is frozen right now because of the server lag, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Oh, it's even crashed. It's even crashed. Even more crazier. But what you can imagine here, guys, from this server fight, if we just have it, and since it is frozen in time, we're going to be able to see these marches target into here, right? And you're going to be able to see these targets right here. And because you're targeting these two troops and supporting your Owl troops located here, your Owl murder ball can now push and also help here, right? So you can see a really effective strategy by these flag units that basically support this main murder ball by being on this right flank, while obviously maintaining some fight pressure. So even though we had that server crash, we can see the ending of that fight. We can see Owl doing a fantastic job and clearly doing whatever they're doing is right. They're holding very, very firm and basically creating a problem for the NT Alliance. They are pushing towards them very, very aggressively, and they are not stopping. This is the main thing. You can see Owl as well as NTI trying to fight here. NTI obviously now swarming all of the buildings where Owl are located, as you can imagine, but these are the Owl whales. You can see some of these Owl whales are going to be able to obviously summon and basically come straight out and start doing a massive amount of damage with T5. But NTI have reclaimed the zone. So after all of that fighting, all of the situation that was looking very, very bad at first, NTI have managed to do it. And just like that, they've done their job for today. They are walking back home, because again, if you walk back home, this doesn't mean you're retreating for failure. It's because you're retreating for success. You are trying to make sure that your troops are now located in this zone. So if they are going to fight you, you are really close just to move up into this little flag zone that you can see at the top of the screen. As well as it hopefully it means the Owl Alliance members will not be in that alliance territory, causing them crazy damage with the extra alliance buffs that they have compared to the NT, right? So again, if you haven't noticed, guys, the NT are not final alliance territory. They do not gain any buffs here, while the Owl Alliance do. So really good. I love to see how we can see this amazing open field footage that every server is capable of doing. It is always down to your server merges, and obviously how your matchmaking was obviously set up. And if you want me, guys, to record yourselves, remember, join the Discord channel and put in the Watch Me MrSneakyy area. You'll be able to post in there, and I'll be able to check out all of your servers if I've got that server available to me, and make more footage for the war room and obviously for the channel showcasing your server. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of the war room. You can see it's amazing how much fighting that is being done right here, and we're going to be trying doing a very long, large scale recording of this fight as well, hopefully in the future. So with all that said, thank you for watching today's episode. Smash like, comment, and subscribe. And I do apologise for the technical difficulties with the server crash that we had. I do apologise for it. But again, there's certain things we can't control. So until the next one, stay safe, stay sneaky, and peace out, everyone.